안녕하세요. 리뷰어 JYK입니다. 네, 오늘 정말 특별한 한 분을 모셨습니다.
My name's Kemsley. I'm from the Chord Company. I work in the export department, and yeah, that's who I am.
영국의 코드 컴퍼니의 이한 씨를 모시고 신제품에 대한 부분들, 그 다음에 어떤 기술로 또 제품을 만드는지, 어떤 케이블을 사용하는 게 좋을 것인지에 대한 조언도 한번 들어보는 시간을 가지도록 하겠습니다. So, could you tell us more about how this began?
Sure. We started out a small company in Amesbury, which is Wiltshire in the UK. Close links to their name, and we actually started making cables for some of their distributors. But we've gone sort of expanded past that. We now make cables for systems rather than specific brands, and we've gone beyond just cables. So it's what started out as a interconnect or range of interconnects has gone to speaker cable, Ethernet cable, some other enhancing products, power cables, power products, networking products. So we've expanded on what we've learned right in the beginning and sort of built further and further on our product base.
Okay. So tell us about Chord Company's signature technology like core alloy, chronomic speaker connectors, a lot of it.
So we've got a couple of proprietary technologies which we use, and we say technologies, some of it's product and some of it's technologies, and the idea behind all of these is everyone's trying to eke out more performance. That's what we're trying to do. So we have a unique approach, as do many other people, and our approach is one of we look at the cable as a whole, and we look at various performance things. So you mentioned core alloy. Core alloy is a plating material, or a plating process that we go through, where we used to have gold-plated plugs, and we then went to silver-plated plugs. All of these are great, but they all have inherent challenges or problems. So we looked for a material that had properties of silver, which is a really good conductor, but something that wouldn't tarnish like silver. We found an alloy, which we've called core alloy. And all of our connectors, so XLR, banana plugs, RCAs, anything that we can get into the plating process will have core alloy on it. And the reason we do it is because we want to eke out that best performance out of a system. Other stuff is we focus a lot on shielding. We have negotiated some exclusive use of some dielectrics or insulation products, something we call Talon, which came from defense and aerospace industry. And again, all of these spend hours talking about why each of these is good. Yeah. And we've got a lot of information on our website, which your viewers can go and have a look at. But the idea is that each of these works as part of a bigger ecosystem or in conjunction with each other to eke out what we feel is better performance out of the cables.
I read on your website that Chord Company placed a great importance on high frequency noise rejection. Why is this so important?
Well, right. How long do you have? No, the basic idea is that when we started making cables in 1985, through trial and error and experiences in design and implementation of cables, we've come to realize that a lot of the RF interference that's out there. Cable can very easily become an antenna.
Yes.
So there's interference out here that when it gets into a cable and it causes an influence in the way the system operates. So we try and minimize that influence. That's probably the best way to explain it.
So I'm curious about the newly released Layline series cable.
Yeah, Layline, that's our newly released series. We realized that we had a need for sort of installer or CI cable that was chord performance and chord design, but at a price point that could be used in installations and that. And Layline was primarily a install cable that was designed around installations. Comes in a pull box, long runs. A couple of unique points on that of big importance is we tin the copper. So there's a whole lot of reasons, but we don't want that copper to degrade too quickly. So Layline, we started off with Layline 2X. The 2X stands for XLPE, which is a cross-linked polyethylene type of dielectric. It's the insulator. RCAs, just in a 2-to-2 RCA configuration. And then we have HDMI. It was born out of a need for something for the CI market specifically, and for installers to be able to use a cable with confidence in terms of performance and design and pedigree without coming in at a price that was...
The concept of the hybrid HDMI cable, like HDMI AOC, yeah, so can you explain?
We've gone for 3 versions of our HDMI. Each of them gets slightly better in terms of what they have and speeds and that sort of thing. So AOC is an active optical cable. And the active optical cable is directional, and it has a sending unit and a receiving unit built into the heads. Part of the information is sent over active optical. It's optical. There are still copper cables inside there, and there's still shielding and different levels of shielding and thicknesses of copper. But the active optical is so that we minimize that dropout and potential problems with long runs of cable.
Your product design based on measurement or actual listening?
We always go back to listening. It's finding the right things to measure that's important. And very often we will start off with an idea or a concept, and we will go down a road where we explore various options in building a cable differently, or new technologies or new materials. But it always comes back to listening. If you can hear a difference, then it is doing what it's supposed to do. It doesn't help we go put a lot of technologies and materials in a cable and you cannot hear a difference. And what we always say to people is, cables are components. Your system won't work without a cable, and the same way it won't work without a source or an amplifier or a speaker. And we have various levels of cables that suits everyone's budget basically. And we listen. When you get to the point that you're happy with the performance versus the price, that's where you go for your cables. In the same way you would with any other component that you're auditioning. So yeah, it all comes back to listening. Because that's what it's about. It's about listening to the music.
Yeah. I would like to ask for advice from Hi-Fi user on which connection is better between XLR and RCA. It's very, very
right. Whatever I say, half of your viewers are going to be upset with me, and the other half are going to go, yes, I agree. So I think it's fair to say that is very dependent on the equipment. That is very, very dependent on the equipment. And the reason I say that, and it's not a cop-out, some pieces of equipment have true XLR balanced signal, and you're going to get amazing performance. But at the same time, if you have something that is pseudo-balanced, do you get as much performance improvement out of it? Possibly, yes, no. Again, I'd go back to what I was saying previously. Listen and audition it. It's not a hard and fast rule. Very, very equipment dependent. Your subscribers are obviously interested in audio.
Yes.
And one of the biggest things for Chord is we want to make a difference to everyone's system. We want to be able to say, we helped you eke out the best in your system. And we do that, like I said, with demonstrable differences. If you can't hear a difference, you're not going to buy it. And I get that, some people don't, they get to a point and they say, we can't hear a difference, and that's okay. Everyone's at their own level of where they want to be. So I would say, go and listen, go and enjoy it. The big thing to remember is it's all about the music. We're not listening to equipment, we're listening to music. We're using equipment to listen to music, and very often we get bogged down with what equipment instead of, is the music enjoyable? And the moment the music becomes enjoyable or stops being enjoyable, we've missed the boat. So it's all about the music and enjoy listening to the music.
사실 코드컴퍼니 하면은 저희 풀레인지에서도 굉장히 많이 추천드렸던 그런 브랜드이기도 하고요. 이 코드컴퍼니 케이블 저희가 실질적으로 저희 첨음실에서도 굉장히 많이 쓰는 브랜드이기도 합니다. 그래서 여러분도 기회가 되신다면은 이 코드컴퍼니 케이블 한번 좀 꼭 써보시기를 추천드리고요. 이번에 이 코드컴퍼니 케이블을 써보실 수 있도록 저희가 이벤트를 또 하나를 또 소소하게 준비를 했습니다. 코드컴퍼니 케이블에 대해서 관심이 있으시다고 하시면 이 기회를 놓치지 마시고 코드컴퍼니 케이블 꼭 한번 구입해서 사용해 보시기를 부탁을 드리겠습니다. 그러면 저는 또 다음번에 또 좋은 콘텐츠로 인사드리도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
It's good.
Thank you.